Those troops that Bam Bam supposedly telling us he's bringing home from Afghanistan this year, ask yourself, why are there more U.S. troops on the Korean border than are on the U.S. border with Mexico and Canada combined, counting the Border Patrol agents as troops? Why are there more U.S. government people on the Korean border than there are on our borders? Now, keep in mind, the North Korean and the South Korean armies are equally matched, but there's 30,000 U.S. troops on that border. Jim, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Tom, I've been noticing here lately, all these lawyers, they're putting on an advertisement, they speak Espanol and stuff like this. That's got to be for illegal aliens. Now, I don't know how it is now. When I was younger, it was kind of safer to go across the border into Mexico. But when you went across the border, you bought Mexican insurance in case you got in an accident.
Yeah. Yeah,
the insurance wouldn't be in effect over there in a foreign country.
Yeah.
Now, how can they come over here and they load up these cars with these damn Mexicans riding around them, easy bucks, and these darn lawyers take them,
Yeah.
Knowing that they're illegal. I wish we would get that law over here that they're having in Arizona passed.
Passed. Yeah, that would be nice. But there again, there's too much money being made and too much political power being garnered by both sides in this issue.
Well, the money being made is money coming out of your pocket, my pocket, and everybody who's listening to this program pocket, and anybody who buys insurance pocket.
Sure.
Because we're all in a pool, and that's what dictates how much our insurance rates are.
Yep. But I got something else on these folks. Since you want to talk about that, Judicial Watch just forced a New Jersey school to abandon discounted tuition break for illegal aliens. Yeah, folks, schools, colleges in this country giving tuition breaks to illegal aliens. Wait a minute. Whoa. Does anybody see anything wrong with this? Okay? Zombie Nation, wake up. All right. Thanks, Jim.
All right. Have a good one.
Let me show you something you can do. Not about the political stuff, okay? That's, well, I won't say it's a lost cause. I'll just say that take into account those state representatives that are not running for re-election because of the corruption in Baton Rouge. Here's a couple of new books, or I say new, I just found them recently. I figured I'd cover both of them since they are related. Garden Wisdom and Know-How. Chock full of interesting stuff on raising a garden. I've already learned some stuff, and I just scratched the surface. That's available at Sam's. Then this one, Visual Reference Guide, Herbal Remedies. Just got this one this week. And it's from Barnes & Noble. And it's in the discount shelf. And I just happened to be breezing through it, and I saw something here. I picked the photograph. Could be right out of my yard. Something they got in the book. Wait a minute, I got those in my yard. It turns out it's a source of turmeric. Turmeric. How about that? That book just paid for itself right there. I knew that this particular item, this particular plant, which down here is called ginger lily, I knew it was good, but I didn't know how good. Okay? Relatives of the ginger lily. Now the picture is my ginger lily right out of my yard. But the description and what I've looked up on the internet about it so far, there are many, many different species, and apparently specifically some give off better turmeric than others, but or produce better. But I knew the roots of the ginger lily were very good, and now I know how good. So, and I mean, it's just chock full of stuff. Most of it's exotic plants, but there's still some others in here, very useful. Herbal Remedies, that's what it looks like at Barnes & Noble. and garden wisdom and know-how from, and it's very reasonably priced. I can't tell you how much at Sam's. And Sam's, by the way, had several more in this series of good, useful books. So go take a look at them. I had enough of the other. I didn't need to get any of them, but the gardening stuff, you can always use helpful hints from the garden. Or for the garden, excuse me. Especially now. Oh, man, a funny thing has happened in my garden. I told some of y'all about this. I was wondering what I was growing. I was going to call it the Godzilla squash. Turned out it wasn't a squash at all. It was a pumpkin. Okay, it's a variety of pumpkin that's green until it gets full grown, and then it turns orange. Which not all pumpkins do that, but mine did. That's what threw me. I thought I had a hybrid squash. Where the pumpkin came from, I had no idea. So you're going to get strange stuff in your garden. And I'm raising a species of squash. I still have yet to find out what it is. That it's a kind of a spaghetti squash that appeared in my garden last year. And I simply planted the seeds from the one fruit it bore. And guess what? It's a non-hybrid. It is an heirloom. I'm thinking of sending the seeds along with a picture of the fruit to the World Seed Bank that's being established in Antarctica. Okay. We ain't got much time left. Let's see. The situation in Greece is, shall we say, or exacerbating another problem. As a result, Moody's, which is a financial outfit that does this sort of thing, it rates banks. It announced on June 14th that it may downgrade Bank of France's BNP Paribas, Société Générale, and Crédit Agricole due to their holdings in Greece. And they're looking at other banks for possible downgrades. That's why France is so frantically trying to ensure that the French finance minister, Christine Lagarde, becomes the next president of the IMF. French banks have heavy exposure to Greek debt, and the French want the IMF to bail out Greece and the other PIIGS for the benefit of their banks. Since the U.S. continues to be the largest contributor to the IMF, International Monetary Fund, 17.3%, an IMF bailout of the PIIGS, I think that must be the initials for the countries that are in big trouble. That's Portugal, Ireland, I don't know who the other I is, Greece and Spain, Italy, that's right, it's Italy. Who told, did you know that, or Tom knew that? He told you, okay. Means the largest portion of the IMF bailout will be borne by U.S. taxpayers. As for the benefit of the banksters, all for the benefit of the banksters. French edition this time. So they want us to be on the stick for bailing out Portugal, Italy, Ireland, Greece, and Spain for 17.3% of it. Does the Again, they're either stupid or they're evil. Take your choice. Oh, first hour I mentioned the rare earth prices have exploded. Here I got some samples for you real quick. Chinese stockpiles of rare earth elements have accounted for increases in price of commodities to the tune of 74% for neodymium oxide used in permanent magnets for cell phones, hard drives, wind turbines, and lasers. Terbium oxide, 128% increase in price, hybrid cars, fluorescent lighting, sonar systems. 137% in diprosium oxide, nuclear reactors, hybrid cars, lasers, sonar systems. And used in LCD screens and fluorescent lighting. Europalladium oxide, 180% increase in the price. So what's that going to do to what you're buying? Well, more price increases. That's since May 23rd. We're out of time. Pray for the best, prepare for the worst. And thank the good Lord for everything you've got. And ask Him for guidance. Because He will not put any problem in your path that you can't solve with His help.
Views and opinions expressed on
And them says the facts as we know it. Well, does it?